Welcome, dear friends and fellow craft enthusiasts, to a very special episode of Fiber Fun Friday. I'm here in our enchanted workshop where imagination meets the magic of crochet. Today, we have an extraordinary journey ahead of us as we unveil the latest or newest, well, both, inhabitants of our fantastical world the majestic 4-inch dragon plushies crafted right here at Steel and Stitches. Joined by the brilliant mind and skilled hands of Steel and Stitches. Together, we're excited to share the wonder these little dragons have brought into our realm. Each plushie is a testament to the magic she wields with her crochet hooks, a beacon of creativity and dreams. Behold the intricate craftsmanship of these dragons, from the fiery spark in their eyes to the whimsical sweep of their tails. Each stitch tells a story of adventure and mystique. Crafted with love and a touch of magic, they're not just plushies, they're companions for life, keepers of secrets, and bringers of joy. In the land of Steel and Stitches, no two dragons are the same. Each one has its own personality, its own story. With them, you're not just adopting a plushie, you're welcoming a new character into your life story, ready to embark on countless adventures together. I don't really know if I can pick my favorite dragon because they're all so cute.
I am kind of partial to that one.
You're kind of partial to the purple one.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thunk? That is just so amazing to hear that you're partial to the purple one. I, don't- I mean, I like the green one, and I like the yellow one, and I like the blue one, and I like the purple one. If I have to pick, if I have to pick a favorite, I'm going to go with the blue one.
That
Yeah,
one right there?
yeah, that one right there.
His eyes really pop.
They really do.
So, what's your favorite dragon story?
Um,
He looks like he wants to know.
I see that. My favorite dragon story is probably the story of Ruth. And before that gets way too many confused and quizzical looks, um, Ruth was a white dragon, an albino dragon um, that was kind of not supposed to survive, um, but ended up, uh, yeah, it ended up impressing on someone who wasn't supposed to be a dragon rider, and they had a a very interesting life and adventure together. And I think one of the things I like about it is because Ruth and his rider were they were young and they were not well. Ruth was hatched, so yeah, obviously real young. But his rider, the one that he impressed, was very young and wasn't really part of the regular um, group that they would have picked for dragon riders. So uh, yeah, the fact that you have these kind of two misfits that join together and then go on to do um, have these amazing adventures. I think that's why Ruth is my favorite dragon. And if you're wondering, that comes from Anne McCaffrey's Dragon Riders of Pern world. That's one of the books that she wrote back years ago.
It's very similar to a book I read recently, Iron Wing,
Hmm.
where the feathertail was not supposed to imprint upon somebody who has some physical health issues. similar to Ed's, which is probably why I really went into liking that one.
Okay.
Each dragon indeed has its own saga waiting to unfold.
If your heart seeks adventure, if your soul yearns for a companion in creativity, these dragons await you. Visit us at Steel and Stitches, where each dragon is ready to spread its wings and fly home with you. But remember, like all mystical creatures, they won't be around forever. Adopt your dragon and let your shared journey begin. So, I don't know. I mean, dragons are, I mean, they're always so different, you know? In throughout all the lore, every dragon's different. Um, Most dragons, breathe fire or something similar to that, but not all of them do. Some of them are, wield magic users. Some of them are just crazy. Then there's, but and the lore about how they get to where they can do that, it's all different. But and then you have the dragons that like to hoard things and gather giant piles of
Treasures.
treasures.
And no, Richard, we're not referring to you and your eggs from your egg hunt.
So if we switch to another fantastical realm, World of Warcraft,
Mm-hmm.
because World of Warcraft has dragons in it as well,
Yes.
and the dragons in World of Warcraft are very high level magic users, and they have the ability to morph into other forms, so they can appear as human. I love that look on your face because you're like, where in the world is he going with this?
Anytime you open your lips.
So the dragons in World of Warcraft have the ability to morph into humans to change shapes,
Mhm.
so they can look like other. They don't always look like the big dragons. Um, so if you imagined that a dragon had morphed into the shape of a human and then decided that its hoard was not gold and silver, but instead was yarn.
Fair.
Anyway,
But I added to my hoard this past weekend.
you're really not, you're not making a statement against my argument. You're just
No, but I got this beautiful yarn at Unraveled this weekend, along with a new sticker for my collection, because I might hoard stickers too. But this is the Path of Totality on top and Sunshine on the bottom.
I'd also like to point out, I know this isn't a dragon, but at the behest of one of our listeners in one of our previous episodes, um, we do have our official mascot who made sure was in the shot this time. Since it can't
W-
sit on my microphone because I don't have my microphone down
was
here,
that a
but
listener that was just mentioned?
it might have been. Yeah, it might have been. Which, by the way, I think we're going to have her come on and just and visit with us. We're just going to chat with her for a while in a couple of weeks. Um, we gotta finalize a few details before we can make that happen. But yeah, I think we're going to do that. I think we're going to get Unravel to just come here and hang out for a while.
That's going to be
So
awesome.
anyway,
That is her hand dyed yarn.
yep. All right. Thank you for joining us in our realm of yarn and whimsy today. We're thrilled to see where these dragons will fly to next and the tales they will weave with you. Until next time, keep your imagination soaring. Farewell, and may your paths be ever filled with magic and joy.